The Glac of Newtail is a long, narrow, twisted defile between the hills of Hatton and Newtail in Angus. It runs south to north from the high grounds of the Sidelaws down to the rich, fertile land of Strathmore. The Glac has always been a place of uncertainty, and sometimes of danger for the unwary. Today, especially on early winter mornings when the sun has not penetrated its gloomy bleeds to melt black ice, or at night when a deer hunted the trees that lie in its many bends, it catches out drivers who have their minds on something other than the road. The overconfident, the careless, or the wary. Broken fences and debris of smashed vehicles in the ditches are testimony to these non-infrequent mishaps. But centuries ago, according to legend and chronicle, the Glac harboured perils of more horrific kind. A cannibal and his family had their lair nearby, and would lie in wait for travellers making their journey from Dundee northwards. Men, women and children alike were taken and devoured. The younger the victim, it was said, the more tender and sweet did they judge the flesh. At last these depictions could be tortured no longer. A force was assembled, and the belligerent and his wife and offspring were captured and burned. With the exception of a daughter, who was only 1 year old at the time, she was brought to Dundee and raised and fostered there till she came to womanhood. Then she too was condemned to be burned, though whether for having partaken in her family's crimes as an infant, or because she re-offended, is not clear. A huge crowd, mostly women, cursed her and spat on her as she led to the place of execution at the sea gate. The lassie turned on them angrily. "Why do you child me so, as if I'd committed some unworthy act?" she cried. "Believe me, if you had experienced the eating of flesh of men and women, you would think it so delicious that you would never forbear it again." So, says the chronicler, without any sign of repentance, this unhappy traitor died in the sight of the people.